Hello, about 3 weeks ago I posted a video, square foot yogurt pot bucket garden. It was just a daft idea I had that while we're under lockdown, while none of us can get out, it's something we might want to do with the children, something they might enjoy doing. And as I grow in yogurt pots, it was no big deal to me just to build this square foot yogurt pot bucket garden. Take a look at the screen grab from 3 weeks ago. Okay, now let me show you where we are today. How's that looking? We've got the square foot yogurt pot bucket garden filled up. I'll just show you what we've got in here and I'll tell you a wee bit about each of them. But what I would say is, if you don't want to go with vegetables, go with flowers. Hey, it'll look great. It'll look great. Let's start off with this one. These are chives. It's even got a flower on, look. These chives are growing well. These are some chives I had from last year, and we'll just trim these off as we need them. This is a wild strawberry. Found these growing in the garden some years ago. I just lifted them. I've got some in a 10-inch bucket, but I've also got some in these yogurt pots, and they were actually reserves, so that if any in the bucket died I could just pop these in the bucket. But I'm going to grow this one on in this yogurt pot, see if we can get any strawberries. This is mint. Okay, once you've got mint, you've more or less got it forever. I'm just going to pinch these tops out and that'll persuade this mint to bush up rather than grow too leggy. Okay, and this will probably give us mint, well, I know it will, it'll give us mint all year. These are some radish. These are probably the quickest growing vegetable I have. In a week or two we'll be harvesting these, and that will either put another yogurt pot in its place that I've already sown with radish, or we'll put another vegetable in there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Depends how these radish turn out. So they're radish. This is my celery. Now this celery is sown from seed, and this will produce a big bunch of celery, I hope. It may not, but there's a good chance it might. Now I want you to have a look at this screen grab. Check out this screen grab. Yeah, so that was some celery I grew some time ago from the base of a shop bought celery. It had just had the bottom cut off, started off in water and potted up into a yogurt pot, and it did make a fine plant, and it did have a lot of roots on it, but it didn't have a bunch of celery on top that I would call a bunch of celery. And so I potted that on into a 10-inch bucket, and that celery grew as tall as me. But again, there wasn't a bunch of celery on there that replicated the bunch of celery that it came from when it was shop bought. There just wasn't. It was tall, it was spindly, there was loads of leaves, it was tough. This is the way to do it. Grow celery from seed. But if you want to take the bottom off some shop bought celery, pop it in some water, get some roots, pot it on, yeah, you can do that. But you'll be doing it for fun. Right, this is a shallot. Okay, not a lot, a shallot. There's every chance that when that grows and divides off, it'll give me 4 or 5 shallots in return. I've grown shallots in buckets, and that's generally what they return, 4 or 5 shallots. So that's 1 shallot in a yogurt pot, not a lot. What have we got here? Oh, these are spring onions, variously called green onions and sometimes bunching onions. I think they'll probably grow to maturity in here, and I'm fairly confident that I'll get some green onions here. I'll get some spring onions out of this yogurt pot. Right, pop you in there and get this one out. This is a garlic clove in a yogurt pot. Now if this grows to maturity, there's no reason why I can't get 10, 12, I don't know, 15 garlic cloves off this if it grows to maturity. And the only way we'll find that is to keep giving it a drink of water from time to time and let it grow. And then we'll harvest it at the end of the year. So that's garlic. Just a single lettuce in here. Looks quite healthy, doesn't it? I'm fairly confident I'll get a lettuce off that. Oh, and the other thing you can do with these lettuces, once you've got them growing, you don't have to take the full lettuce. Just take a couple of leaves when you need them, keep growing on. Eventually it will bolt, it will go to seed, and that's the time to take whatever you can get, throw it out and start again. And you might be able to do this 2 or 3 times in a growing year. Just 1 beetroot, okay. Wouldn't it be nice if that beetroot made a nice cricket ball sized beetroot? That would be lovely, wouldn't it? And it adds a bit of colour to the square foot yogurt pot garden, doesn't it? Although I've got flowers in here. This lovely red and green leaf on a beetroot. Okay, let me just backtrack a wee bit. I'm saying I've got no flowers in here. There are some flowers on this, these chives, and I will hopefully get some flowers on this wild strawberry. Okay, right. What's this here? This is simply a bulb onion. How big an onion do you reckon we could maybe get in one of these things? I'm going to cut you to a screenshot. Have a look at this screenshot. Okay, already I can hear you saying he's brought that out of the garden. He's just sat it on top of that yogurt pot. You never grow that onion in a yogurt pot. Is that what you're saying? Let's have a look at this. That's a leek. It's not as thick as a pencil. In fact, it's not as thick as a pencil leg. It's not as thick as a pencil lead. Take a look at this screenshot from a previous leek grown in a yogurt pot. Now I can hear you saying he definitely did not grow that leek in that yogurt pot. And I'm a bit dubious about the onion as well. Okay, what I suggest you do is go to the video of the reveal. The video title is on those screen grabs. I'll pop it on this table now. Go to that video, have a look at the reveal. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay. So this is homegrown veg, asking you to observe the government guidelines, whatever they happen to be today. Safe distancing, keep yourself to yourself, stay safe. Hope to see you later on in the garden this year. This is homegrown veg. signing out.